guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi Rook. If you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to ring that notification bell so you can be notified anytime I do upload a video. Today what I'm going to do is another eyeshadow palette review. It is from a brand I've never tried before. I love doing these videos. They're probably one of my most recent favorite type of videos to film just because I love trying new eyeshadow palettes. I love trying new formulas and new concepts, and I really enjoy trying indie brand eyeshadows. I'm going to do a first impressions of the Unicorn Cosmetics Wicked eyeshadow palette. This palette is just so beautiful. I love the artwork on the front. It's a little metallic. You can see the little raindrops. It is so cool. This came out close to Halloween, but it was on pre-order. I did get this off of Beauty Bay when it came in stock on there. So you can get it on Beauty Bay, and you can also get it on Unicorn Cosmetics website. It was $41, so it wasn't super expensive. It was a bit more expensive than some of the other palettes that I have, but it is a very large eyeshadow palette. It has quite a few pans. I really like the split pan just because it gives me tons of different options. Also, I would never hit pan on an eyeshadow, so I love that I just have tons of options and they're smaller pans and not large ones. So I'll go ahead and go over some of the names of the eyeshadows. Also, there is a very large mirror. I think that's really cool, super helpful. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go over the different eyeshadow names. So we have Eternal, Omen, Sage, Corpse, Soul, Ungodly, Divine, Fallen, Angel, Summon, Immortal, 666, Afterlife, Cult, Ritual, Hella, Misery, Host, Creep, Holy, Spirit, Hex, Wicked, Jinx, Envy, and Reaper. So we'll go ahead and I'll do some swatches, give you kind of a close-up of all the different colors. Alright, so here is the first row. So we have Eternal, we have Omen, which is a really great bone matte color. I love putting this on the lid when I'm doing all matte color. I have Sage, Corpse, and then Soul right there. They don't look like much, but these mattes blend so well. They're super pigmented and they feel really creamy to the touch. Alright, so there is the second row. Let me tell you about these metallics. These metallics are so thin and silky. They really are just gorgeous. They look wet because they are not chunky at all. Some of them are a little bit more pigmented than others. Some are definitely more of an eyeshadow topper. But we'll go ahead and start over here. So this is Ungodly. So that is Ungodly, Divine, Fallen Angel, which is very thin. It's more of a topper. I did have that on my lid in this tutorial, so you'll see how that one applies. I have Angel, Summon, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous metallic silver. This Immortal is such a beautiful, beautiful red wine color. Love that one. 666, which I also have in my eyeshadow look today. Very, very gorgeous. And then this Afterlife, this blue, I cannot wait to play with this in eyeshadow look. This is the most creamiest matte in this palette. It is just gorgeous. It feels like velvet when you touch it. Alright, so there is the third row of eyeshadows. These first ones right here, imagine a Christmas look using those shadows. I think that would be just gorgeous. So we have a Cult, we have Ritual, Hella, Misery, Host, Creep. Creep did not have the greatest texture. It was definitely a little bit more powdery, probably be a little bit more splotchy. We have Holy, that beautiful gray, a little bit darker than the other gray that we had. And then Spirit. And Spirit also had the same texture as Creep. Creep, they did feel a little bit more powdery. Maybe won't blend quite as well. And then there is the final row. We have Hex. We have Wicked, Jinx, Envy, and Reaper. And those were definitely a little bit more powdery. They weren't quite as blendable. But they are just kind of darkening shades, so I think that's probably alright. I also did a really beautiful green eyeshadow look using this palette. I will pop up a picture on the screen right now. I used Sage and Hella, Reaper, Envy, and then I did put on some of the grays as well, and it turned out just gorgeous. I loved how that looked. There are the swatches. There are the different colors, and if you'd like to see how they perform on my eyes, just keep watching and I'll show you this little eyeshadow tutorial. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick little Valentine's Day look. So I'm going to go in with some of these pinks and purples. Go ahead and start with Divine. I'm going to take that on a very small blending brush. I'm going to go ahead and apply that to the front of my crease, all the way from the tear duct to the middle of my lid. I'm I'm going to try to use as many colors as possible because there are so many colors in this palette. I really want to get use out of as many as possible. Next, I'm going to go into this Immortal color right here. Apply that to the back half of my crease. Not a ton of kick up in these pans, so that is nice. I don't really care a whole lot, but I know some people do. That is why I let you know. It is a very, very pigmented color. So I'm going to apply that shape to my other eyelid, and I will be right back. With a tiny bit of Soul, I'm going to use a large blending brush, and I'm going to blend out those edges. I will say these mattes blend out really, really well. They seem really seamless. And this one is way more just beautifully blown out and very smooth on the edges, and then this one is quite harsh, and then I'll show you up close with that Soul color, just blending it out extremely effortlessly. And do not worry about the shape. I'm going to clean it up with a makeup remover when I'm done. I'm going to this really pretty purple. It's called Wicked. And I'm going to go ahead and tap that onto the outer V area and blend it up just a little bit. This is going to be a not so wearable, pretty dark Valentine's Day look, but I really wanted to try out this palette, really dark eyeshadow palette, but I really love the colors. Take that big blending brush and blend that out a little bit. Tap into a little bit of that Divine and blend that out just a little bit more. Next, I'm going to go in with this darker purple, Jinx, and I'm going to put that even closer to my lower lash line. And just use tapping motions so I don't blend away the color. I will say I don't really have any fallout on my lower lash line or my cheeks or anywhere. All those mattes went on really, really well. They're blending really nice, and I don't see any patchiness. And I can definitely see all this different colors just layering up really nice. There's all the masks I'm going to apply. I'm going to cut my crease, clean up the shape a little bit, and I'll be right back. So I cut my crease, I add my glitter glue, Fallen Angel onto the lid, and I'm going to put some 666 on top of it. Pretty blue kind of duochrome. And that is just beautiful. So these are way better using your fingers. It is such a pretty color. 666 on the front half of my lid using my finger. And that is such, oh, that is such a beautiful color. Wow, the glitter and the shimmer in that shadow is unreal. Okay, so there is the eye look. I'm going to go ahead and hop off camera, do the rest of my face, do my lashes, liner, everything else. And then I'll come back with my thoughts on this eyeshadow palette. Alright, so there is the finished makeup. It is definitely a little bit more than what I've been going for recently. Figured I would just do a little Valentine's Day look. I love how the eyeshadow turned out. I'm not a huge pink purple eyeshadow fan just because I don't think it flatters on my eye color as much, but I do really love how this turned out. It is really pretty for Valentine's Day. So let's talk about the eyeshadow palette. So here is the eyeshadow palette again. I really love how this performed. I think it worked really well. The mattes blended really nicely. The metallics were gorgeous. I really do like this eyeshadow palette, and I definitely think it's worth it. I think the color story is very unique. I love the split pans, and I think it's just a great eyeshadow palette. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.